Hello guys, I do hope you are well. Today our story is from our subscriber LoveMets 176. The story is called My Close Friend 21F of 7 Years Ghosted Me 24M, and I'm afraid if I don't do something this'll be the end. Story. Over deck, I had feelings begin to develop for my close friend of 7 years. She came in for winter break to our hometown and hung out with me every couple days and texted me much more than usual, because we hadn't seen each other in a while. She's an awful texted in terms of speed. Previously, over the span of 3 months, she had done 2 passing odd things, like saying, "There aren't a lot of nice men, you're a nice man," or "Maybe you are, I haven't dated you yet." When complaining about a breakup with a 2-year-long relationship, and on a different occasion popping gum near the end of our most recent hangout, not something she did on the others. So when she invited me to New Year with her family's get-together, or alternatively with her alone, never having done so before, I interpreted it as romantic interest. It stressed me since I wasn't sure how I felt, and it felt like I had a deadline. I didn't want to be uncertain in a moment where she offered to kiss me. When I got to her home, I immediately made up my mind that I like her. She explained her dog being afraid of fireworks is why she was considering staying alone with me. She also mentioned that her girlfriend, who we'll call Kelly, might watch the ball drop with us too at her house alone. We ended up doing the family thing only. On the ride over, she mentioned that her brother was making seafood and that she was really hungry and looking forward to it. Now I have allergies and she knows. At some point in the convo, she asked me if it's okay for me to eat, and I say no, but I already ate. Because she was hungry, I wasn't sure exactly what to do. I wanted to let her know I was interested in an NY kiss so she wouldn't be potentially blindsided, but I also didn't want to give her reason not to eat when she was hungry. The dish comes out, and she does this weird thing where she hems and haws about whether she wants to eat or not. Because she previously said she wanted it really bad and was hungry, I thought it could be because I was allergic and she planned to kiss me. Around this time, I think Kelly tried calling her, but my friend didn't pick up, which I found weird. Also, she was drinking alcohol. I'm always sober. About 30 minutes later, we were alone again, walking back to the bonfire, so I told her I wanted her to be my New Year kiss. Although I can't remember the exact words, I think she said, "Oh, I'm not really ready for that right now," in a higher tone. The rest of the night wasn't that awkward. I felt she was distancing a little, but she still talked to me, was relatively close to me when midnight hit, and rode back with me on a 20-minute drive. As for me, I let her make conversation with me when she felt like it, and didn't initiate much. I also just sat and stood around the fire a lot, because I wasn't aware it was going to be an outside event, and it was just 3 long shirts and a dream that were keeping me warm. On the ride back it was quiet, but I chalked it up to her being tired and asked her to put music on. When we got into her driveway, we chatted for a bit about other things that had happened, and wildlife we saw. I told her good night, love you, and she said it back. This is very usual for us. She told me to text her when I made it back home. The next 4 days I had long shifts and family in, she knew, and so I didn't ask to hang until after. I had asked her if she wanted to hang out Thursday, but Thursday comes and no response. Friday comes and no response. I tried calling because she picks up Mo often, but nothing. I got worried because she leaves town the 7th, and I'm not getting any communication. I messaged her Saturday, asking if we were okay, and that if she was avoiding hanging out because it's weird to hang out with someone who likes you. I missed her as a friend and figured we're still friends. I also asked that if it were something more serious, that we communicate about it, and if it was nothing, that's okay. She's left. She hasn't replied to anything I've sent, and I've run through so many scenarios in my head for why. The least negative towards me are that she wants space, or has been overwhelmed by many things. She has in the past not even been able to handle talking about certain mental health issues she's gone through when I ask about them, and her mental health does overwhelm her. Maybe her ignoring her friend Kelly was because they had some falling out too, and my feelings just happened to be the last straw. I know she met with a family member that stresses her out the day after New Year and Friday. She isn't that far. 2 hours isn't cross-country. The more negative ones are that she finds me either callous or to not have listened to her emotional needs because after her BF broke up why her and Oct, she told me in Nov that she didn't want to be back in the dating scene for a while. And she offhandedly mentioned early winter break that she was getting the chance to work through the breakup without the stress of school and such. Or maybe she feels betrayed or think that my increased effort into our friendship this year was to win her over. Or she thinks we shouldn't be friends if I've liked her. But these options would be strange to me, seeing as our friendship started with her crushing on me, and I had a crush on her at one point too, which she knew. It's hard not to default to the catastrophic. To me, the lack of communication or goodbyes forebodes a lack of goodwill towards me and for our bond. It isn't like her IMO. She's a more avoidant and little bit social hermit-leaning person and doesn't like to directly confront emotionally tough situations, but I feel being completely cut off from her, especially before she left, shows more than just temporarily detaching. I am in a state of panic, pain, and loss I've never before felt. I don't know what changed between her saying goodnight to me NY and today, but whatever changed scares me. She's been my person for years, and I value and love her, and have felt that we could be lifetime friends. My romantic feelings for her are new, and at their core is love for her companionship, so I think if they are undesired, me moving past them and still being friend is possible. That friendship is priority. I don't know how to reach through what she's going through or whatever thoughts she's put between us. Long ago, when I denied a romantic advance from her early in our friendship, she completely avoided me. But I can't remember how we reconnected and don't have the shared social circles with her that I used to, so it feels more irreparable. Since then, I've texted asking if she was okay, and then I've just called her once every week like normal, and now every other week. However, she's not responded or picked up once, so I'm at a loss of what to think or do. So, how do I reconnect with her? Does she want it to be over? What do you think happened? Update. I told close friend I wanted her to be my New Year kiss. Now she hasn't responded to any communication since and has left town to college. How do I reconnect with her? Comment, dude. You had a normal, quiet life and a friend. Now you no longer have a friend, but your friend never became your girlfriend. Plus you have a lot of unnecessary thoughts in your head and have lost peace. Did you need it? Thank you so much.